it's Tom from PC Gamer here at PAX South with Rich, developer of Ultimate Chicken Horse. How you doing, Rich?
Very good, how are you?
Good, good. So for people who don't know what Ultimate Chicken Horse is, tell me a little about the game.
So Ultimate Chicken Horse is a party platformer where you build the level as you play. You take turns placing traps, hazards, platforms, and things. You're trying to make the level just too hard for your friends, but just easy enough for yourself. So if everybody reaches the end, nobody gets any points, which means because it's too easy. So your goal is to just sort of screw your friends over, but not so much that you screw yourself over.
And that's where the name comes from, too. It's basically a combination of chicken and horse, right?
Exactly. Most people don't make that connection, but horse is like, you know, adding one thing and one thing and one thing, and chicken is just people doing stupid stuff until somebody gets hurt. So that's the idea.
So how do the pieces show up? Is it random, or like how have you guys balanced that?
So there's different modes. What they're playing here is party mode, so it gives you random blocks that pop up, and then each person grabs them and places it in the level, and then they run. And then the next turn, they place more blocks, and they run, place and run, and place and run.
And the goal, you said, was to make it just hard enough that they can't do it, but not so hard that you can't. But what happens if the level just becomes impossibly difficult? What if somebody just puts an arrow thing pointing straight at the entrance and everyone dies every time?
Well, so there are bombs that we give you to get rid of blocks in case things get too hard. But we also, at the start and the end, we have a little box that you can't build within. So the idea is that it would be really hard to like block it off completely because the box is big enough that you'd have to really purposely try. And at that point, you're just being a troll and people don't want to play with you, so yeah.
And how high of a skill cap, I guess, are you trying to go for this game? Are you trying to make it just like a fun party game, or are you going for like real strategic depth in the chameleons versus the horses here?
I wouldn't say super strategic, but it does get more intense. The idea is that it's easy to pick up, so a person who doesn't usually play platformer games can still get a good feel and be able to wall jump and do all the base mechanics. What you do find, you won't see it at a show, but you do find it when people are playing quite a lot, is they'll play to their strengths. So it's like, I'm good at wall jumping, but you're good at timing and fitting into smaller spaces. So I'll play and I'll close up those spaces, but you'll make it so I can't wall jump and so on. So yeah, people do play to each other's, or play to their own strength and against the other people's strengths.
And you mentioned other game modes. What else is there in the game besides that party mode?
So there's creative mode, which is basically, instead of it being random blocks that show up, you can take any block from our inventory. So then you can actually strategize, and we have things like, for example, we have glue that can connect blocks together. So you can actually make these crazy contraptions of, you know, a moving, spinning block with arrow shooters on it and whatever else. And that's easy to do in creative mode because you can choose anything you want to pick.
And do you guys have Steam Workshop support or modding support or anything like that?
We don't yet. The game's only launching on Steam around March 3rd. That's the goal. And then afterward for console. But we're hoping to have a sandbox mode where you can create levels. You can just create levels yourself and upload them online. And then you could pull your friends' levels and start playing them and so on. So that would be through Steam Workshop. Right now that's not set up, so we're not going to promise anything, but that would be really sweet if it happened.
Cool, well thanks very much for talking with us, and stay tuned at PCGamer.com for more from PAX South.